set up for this one. Alright, should work now. My bad. Busy talking. And I failed. I admit it.
The karma is strong.
Yeah, the karma is strong. Alright, so this will be the first game between Zuppi and Yinghua. So towards the right hand side we have a pause. Why am I getting a pause for a wreck? We have Zuppi playing in red as Huns, and towards the left hand side of the map we have Yinghua playing in blue also as Huns. So Robo, you want to introduce Yinghua first? His map?
Sure. His map looks really open, and I really don't like the lakes he has in pretty much all of his woodlines. Like, his only real viable woodlines are the two south ones next to his main gold, which is not a particularly good spot because it's on the bottom of that hill. Quite easy to be raided.
And yeah, he's also got a bit of a hill at the front of his base towards the side coming in, so the slight crater effect. It's not completely crater, but other than that, it's extremely open. He's not going to be able to wall. At least his berries are back. I mean, that's about the only good news for him, and he's got some stone towards the back as well. And of course we have, yeah, Zuppi, you want to talk about that?
Quite a nice map. Yeah, nice map. Nice back gold, decent bit of wood close to his gold, quite easy to defend and block off the back area where the gold and the wood is. I quite like Zuppi's map, certainly better than Yinghua's. The only saving grace for Yinghua is his gold is close to that back stone, so he can concentrate a lot in one area.
Yep. Well, for Zuppi, his map is also a lot more wallable, and I like the fact that he doesn't have any hills or anything towards the front of his base. That's really important. So most of his resources are towards the back other than his berries, and he's also got that back stone, and he doesn't have those hills, which is really important. So it's a much more easy to defend map compared to Yinghua's. Okay, so I haven't watched too many games from either of these players. I don't know if either of you have watched them play and whether you've noticed if they're doing anything a little different. For example, like Mentalist, who tends to go men-at-arms every single game instead of... does sound keep cutting out? That's kind of strange.
Sounds okay to me.
Yeah.
It's perfect on TeamSpeak, Elaine. I don't know if anyone else on the stream can confirm. If it is just through the stream, then maybe it's a slight Twitch issue. Try refreshing or restarting, guys. But it's perfect on TeamSpeak. Neither of them are cutting out at all.
Yep, just a little strange. Oh, Yinghua might lose a villager here. Gonna take one more hit. Oh, down goes the villager. So he loses one vill already, and he also did not manage to kill off Zuppi's scout when it ran under his TC. Alright, so just a Twitch issue.
Yeah, I thought he was really nice to Zuppi then.
Yeah.
Almost run straight through the TC.
Just hanging around for a bit around the TC as well. It wasn't just like, you know, run into the TC, immediately backs out. So he had a bit of a good luck there for Zuppi. And is it just slow reactions from Yinghua, or what was it? Because there clearly seems to be a bit of lag between the players. You could see it when he brought in the boar the second time with the second villager. He still struggled a bit. He also took a lot of damage with his first vill going for the first boar.
I think it was just the fact that it was happening at the same time as he was sending the vill to get the boar.
No, I'm pretty sure there's lag. Zuppi went for, you know when it lags, you try and pull back too fast, and then your vill only gets one hit in? That's what just happened with Zuppi's vill for his second boar as well. And then he hit it again. So, Yinghua not getting as much luck, but he gets away with the same amount of damage on his scout there.
Well, Zuppi's trying to push his spear in.
Yep. Doesn't work. Game sounds
Game denied.
Yeah, slightly loud. I'm gonna adjust it quickly, guys. It's a little louder than the guys on TeamSpeak for me, so it's too quiet. There we go.
Fixed?
Yep, fixed. All good. Let's continue. So, interesting farm position from Zuppi here. Usually the top right hand side is the more efficient place to put the farm, and it's also very safe in this particular case. So he would have the farm towards the back of his TC, his vills would be a bit safer rather than farming right at the front where they can be sniped off by feudal age scouts.
Well, Yinghua's already got villas behind now,
Yep.
not including the villa that is lost.
He's got early loom and he lost the Vil, so yes. So
He's had
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of
idle
time
time as well. And looks like he's going for scouts with the 3 Vils on wood, whereas Zuppi's got a bit more flexibility in his build. He's got the 4 on wood, he can go for scouts and he can also go for the drush forward. I mean, there are a lot of options when you go 4 on wood instead of the 3.
Honestly, I'd kind of hope for Yinghua to go for some sort of a forward strategy.
I
He's
think
going to be quite slow getting up.
he needs to, really, doesn't he? He needs to do something aggressive with the map he's got and the fact he's already behind our villagers. He needs to do something.
Zuppi now clicking up to Feudal Age. Yinghua struggling for food, and we'll click up a little bit behind Zuppi and 1 Vil less. So he's going to be 10 seconds later and down the single Vil that he lost. And by the way, Robo, it's Yinghua. Please don't call him Yinghao. Like, that doesn't even work.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Mandarin.
Oh, it's not even
Just
like...
call him Love Jeng.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love works too.
It's not even Chinese. Chinese would be Yinghua. Okay.
Oh,
Yinghua.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little racist.
See? Look!
Like, just
Even
leave me
Tap's got it. Tap's got it. Look at that.
And I'm Welsh.
Yeah, exactly. No excuses whatsoever, Robo.
Ni hao, Yinghao.
You should say that next time you see him. Anyway, it looks like Zuppi taking gold with 4 Vils. That was a bit interesting. So it looks like he wants to go for some kind of men-at-arms-ish build. And now you can see Yinghua. What's he doing?
Yeah, where is everything? Where's the barracks? Where's the build? And Yinghao
I-
just lost his scout as well.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm looking at it.
Are you gonna go for like archers?
But he
Like,
needs a
make-
barracks for an archery range.
10 minutes barracks. Wow. Strong. He hits feudal before the barracks is even built. Wow.
Maybe he just knows that Love Chang's a little bit behind and he wants to give him a little bit of a handicap to get back into the game.
Well, we're seeing the stable come up now for Yinghua, so he is definitely going for the scouts. No double bit axe, just... Yeah, there we go, double bit axe on the way. I don't know why my spectator dashboard is bugging out a little and not showing me that until it's almost complete. But yeah,
Zuppi's going the mixture by the luck, stable and range both being put down at the same time.
and stuff in his barracks as well. So he's going spearmen, and he's going to have the stable, scouts, and immediately into archers as well. This is a very interesting build. I guess that must have been why he took the extra gold earlier on, so he could go straight into archers plus the scouts. I've not seen this yet.
Yeah, it is very strange, but maybe it's just a reaction to dropping his barracks down so late.
Perhaps.
Well, he took the gold beforehand.
Yeah.
So he was always planning on making 2 archers.
Is it to
I've
deal
never
with the
seen that before
spears?
either.
Maybe.
Everything, stable, range, barracks, all straight down, every one of them making units.
Yeah.
Instant
Well,
hits
he
feudal.
hasn't done any eco upgrades that I've noticed.
He did double bit axe right at the start.
Feudal units.
So.
Okay, I must have missed that. He's just got so much army out. He's got 7 to 2 military units.
He's going to be very aggressive going. Yinghua, which with Yinghua's map is going to work for Zuppi.
This is just
Yinghua trying to
a
wall.
very, very strange play. Like, I've never seen this build before, and I guess we'll see how effective it is now. I mean, with the scouts coming in already, and he's got the spearmen as well as the archers coming out. He's constantly producing archers now. He hasn't made any more scouts.
This is going to be deadly for Zuppi against Yinghua. I mean, once he gets the top, where Yinghua's getting all the wood and potentially going to get his gold from, with his archers backed up by spears and scouts, Yinghua is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The thing is, Yinghua is keeping those scouts alive. He's not taking too much damage from the scouts of Zuppi either. And I think he's just gonna tower and Vilbash. He's got this tower coming up on his berries. That will secure his stone as well, by extension. So he can take some stone, make extra towers, and I guess that will be the defense. But this is a very interesting forward, at least.
I really like that tower. I would have preferred
Yeah.
it to be like
I feel like he just wanted to get it up as soon as possible. So... But one Vil already goes down.
The other problem with that tower as well is once Zuppi turns his attention to the other side of the map for Yinghua, then he's going to be in real trouble. He's not taking stone, he can't do another tower. This is deadly. That wood line...
This is exactly what I was imagining. He just pretty much walk right past him and go straight to the wood line.
Yep, and Yinghua immediately pulling his vills off towards stragglers near his town center. He can't really take gold at this point either because his gold and his woodline is together, making the archery range and sending his scouts forward. So he's going to try and attack Zuppi back at home, but Zuppi's got one spear on the woodline to the right, two spears towards the back, and he's attacking the woodline as well as the gold miners for Yinghua now.
In his archery range, he's got 6 archers almost. He's up a couple more scouts. He'll be able to defend this quite easily, not to mention the massive spears that you pointed out.
Yeah, Zuppi can defend easily, you're right. Yinghua, I think, has really made a mistake here. He knows his front wood is terrible, like Robo said at the start with all the oasis. His entire game is that bottom side of his map. And he's just not able to defend it at all.
He's actually just going to try and defend with villagers now. And he did take down 2 scouts already. And an archer, I think. But he did lose a vill for this. And now Zuppi's starting to micro. Going to micro his army away. Yinghua now bringing those 3 scouts back now that he's realized he can't do any damage. And that's just a lot of idle time.
Yeah, Yinghua's huge problem is going to be when Zuppi comes with his next set of army. He's already way behind on idle time and villagers. And, in fact, military. When Zuppi comes in with our next wave onto the gold and wood for Yinghua, then this is mahusive.
Mahusive?
And you can't really easily wall behind either, because there's the archers and there's also the 2 spears and the scout on the inside of the wall.
Yep, he has to take down the scout first. He has to take down the scout, and then what he can do next is, he's got some skirms out, he has to be very careful, can't lose, he just lost one, and then he has to try and use his own scouts to defend. Where did his scouts go? He sent his scouts forward, so, yeah. This could be a very, very fast game. With Zuppi now trying to get in through the right-hand side of Yinghua's base. The spear's still going to work. Yinghua's skirmish are not doing much there either, and they're going to kill that skirm off. Now he has only a skirm and an archer in his base trying to defend. The spears back at home at Zuppi, his base, as well as the archers. More than enough to defend from the scouts as well. And it looks like Yinghua hasn't taken stone either, so he can't drop a new tower towards the right-hand side of his base where he's got his main gold and lumber camps.
And Zuppi's in again, broken the little palisade, and Yinghua in a whole world of trouble. Zuppi must be sitting there now playing and thinking this is relaxed and easy.
So it looks like the late barracks works out, or maybe he just dropped the barracks late accidentally and...
Yeah, I think the barracks late was accidentally. Robert was right, he had 4 on taking gold before the mining camp went down, so he obviously wanted that. He wasn't going men-at-arms, so it had to be for instant archers, although seems a bit much. But yeah, it worked perfectly. I mean, Yinghua's map hasn't helped him, and his decision-making with the tower and not putting all of his defense on his gold and wood has cost him this game, really.
Yep.
This is not going much. I mean, look at all the idle time on the villagers again. This is over.
I feel like this could actually become quite a strong strategy because the 2 archers helps counter the early spearmen that you'll see players do to defend.
But it's also, if the players bring their vills in straight away and they just kill that off, like Yinghua, if Yinghua fought that with his vills and his scouts at the start, I still think he could have defended or a better placed tower. So you're very much relying on the other player to react in a bad way to win.
Well, if you can force him to idle 4 or 5 villages because of your larger force, then that's gonna
But
be a
then
win for you.
you're at an army deficit right away. So then you're going to get raided as well. Do you know what I'm saying? You're investing quite a lot in.
More army than them, so you should be able to trade almost evenly.
I don't know, not with vills fighting. I don't think the 2 archers alone are enough to win you that fight.
You also had, 3 spearmen and 3 scouts?
Yeah, but I still don't think it's a particularly strong strategy unless the other player is so surprised they react in a bad way, the way Yinghua did. You know, he didn't react in the best
I
way
guess
possible.
I'll have to disagree about that then.
No, I think it's okay to have the idle time for the vills. It's kind of like forwards, where you have the scouts and the spears and the skirms coming in. Like, the idle time you get out of that is not necessarily worth it if you lose all the units at the start, right? So 21 units killed for Zuppi and 8 units lost. 28 largest army to 8. And in terms of food collected, more food for Zuppi, more wood, and a lot more gold. They reached feudal age around the same time, not too far off for Yinghua, 11 seconds later, and 39 to 38 vil high. Alright, so that takes it to 1-0, and yes, it did work here, but I don't think it's a strategy that is necessarily going to work a lot of the time.
Oh, well, all strategies are situational.
Yeah, but it's like if you say men-at-arms, for example, does it work? I would say it's only a good strategy for certain players, and it would apply in more places than this strategy. Whereas if you see, say, scouts, for example, or drush, that's a strong strategy because I think it can work in a lot of situations, whereas this one is really, really limited.
10-minute barracks is only ever going to work when nobody's pushing as well. And if the other guy gone forward and rushed, then there's no way Zuppi's going to do a 10-minute barracks and drop stable, range and barracks all at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's got to be 100% safe with his economy as well, because he's so on the limit that if his eco's not right, then that strategy will not work. But anyway, let's go to game 2.